I don't think we truly understand what a distraction is capable of, especially when we're on the road to self-actualizing. One distraction, one little booty pic on Instagram, and you're completely off your purpose. It just goes like that. You're done. In the book Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, he talks to the devil, a evil, and those who serve the devil, they're not called ghouls, they're not called ghosts, they're not called spirits, they're not called demons. Those who serve the devil's agenda are called drifters. A drifter is a person who is obsessed with distraction. Most people out here are drifters. Now we may call them NPCs, but I like drifter a little bit more. Simply because the word drifter means that they are going away from something. See, every man and woman on this planet, they do have a plan, they do have a purpose that is divine, but they drift away from it. Why? Because of distractions. Now, this book was made over 85 years ago. Despite how smart Napoleon Hill was, he couldn't even dream upon the distractions we got now. In this modern era, it is easier to do anything to make more money, to become more self-actualized. We have an array of information. So it's kind of strange. We live in this time where it is the best time to become your best self, but at the same time, it's kind of the worst time because we have so many distractions. Distractions are here to stay, and they become more persuasive due to the advent of the internet. But if we can be aware of them and overcome them, the rewards are greater as well. So these are the top 3 modern distractions that are holding you back. Number 1, social media. As a person who enjoys creating content, I know the validation that social media can bring. The likes, the comments, the everything, even the little sound. Even the little sound, the ding, gives you just that hint of dopamine. At the same time, I'm sure we've all fallen victim to just death scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. When I get into that sequence of death scrolling, I often think my life and just see myself scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. That's why I had to completely cut off social media, mostly. I don't have Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook downloaded on my phone, and I believe that you should do the same thing. Of course, we're at the point where we kind of need these social media apps, but why not just have it on your computer? Once you have it on your computer or a separate device, it allows you to be more present in the moment. We all know there's times where we're talking to a friend, or we're in between a set, or something, a little space of boringness happens where we just have to be actually present in the moment instead of running away from the present moment, scrolling on Instagram, checking Snapchat, doing a bunch of things that you won't even remember. Actually be within the present moment and just look around, observe things. My rule for social media is simple. Use it for productivity. Use it for learning, not for distraction. The next one may trigger a lot of you. It is pornography. Watching regular adult content is detrimental for your health. Full stop. Regardless of gender, it can separate you from the opposite sex. Looking at them as more of an object rather than a human being. This can make you more frantic, make you more awkward, make you have more anxiety. It can lead to depression. There are many studies about this. There's even a serial killer who said that one of the biggest reasons why he did his killing was because of pornography. So it's obvious that pornography is used as a tool to get you distracted and to get you off your purpose. Now, what you can do is completely stop watching it. It's going to be very hard for many because a lot of us don't realize that pornography is a drug. We got to realize that dopamine is a drug. That's where the word dope comes from. So anything that gives you too much dopamine is basically a drug that you're addicted. And this point ties into the first point because pornography is promoted on social media. It's promoted on social media, it's promoted in music videos. So it's kind of interesting that if you leave social media, or if you significantly reduce your time on social media, you probably won't even have the feeling to, masturbate. It becomes a vicious cycle of seeking quick release, feeling shame, and repeating the same actions over and over again. Consider the negative energy you carry and how it affects your relationships. Breaking free from this cycle is essential for growth. The next one is video games. I acknowledge that video games is not a black and white matter. But if you do find yourself using video games to escape from anxiety, to escape from depression, to escape from your normal life, if you use it as an escape, then that is obviously not a good thing. There are many successful people who play video games. There's many successful people who smoke weed. There's many successful people who do a lot of things. But it's time to evaluate your situation. When you play video games, when you play video games, are you only playing for an hour? Are you just playing for a little bit? How long are you spending on that video game? Because what you have to come to the conclusion to is that overall, video games contribute nothing to your life. You can get super good at Valorant. You can get super good at CSGO. You can get super good at a plethora of games. But no matter how good you truly get, you will never get better in real life unless you're trying to be a streamer or you're trying to be a video game player or you're trying to be a professional video game player. But are you really, let's be real, man, are you really trying to do that, or are you just coping? Right? We gotta ask ourselves, are we really trying to do this, or are we just kind of coping? Are you truly living your passion and purpose if gaming consumes most of your time? It's important to find a healthy balance and seek other outlets for personal growth. Consider activities like weightlifting. I promote weightlifting all the time, simply because weightlifting gives a similar dopamine release and it gives a similar progression as video games. You get a better body, you up the weight, you level up. So the progression is similar, but it actually contributes to your well-being. Now, every single one of these things on this list I have done, and not only have I done, but I became hella addicted to. But now I barely go on social media. I don't watch porn at all, so any of these you can become better, you can level up on, you can do more. Don't think, oh, I've been like this person, so just because I've been like this person means I'm going to be this person forever. That's simply not true.